Hello and welcome back to Happy Mind, the place where happiness and mindset meet. And today we are talking about Christmas. So I am going to be sharing with you, as always, some top tips so that you leave this video feeling happier and more enriched, ready to take on your week, your month, or in this case, Christmas. So we are talking about anxiety at Christmas, how to manage your anxiety during the holiday season, during Christmas and social events, and what you can do to protect your own energy and your own happiness. And I want to start with reminding you that I really do know what it's like to dread Christmas, not enjoy Christmas, and really wish it wasn't Christmas. Christmas for me for a long time was a really sad time. It reminded me that I didn't have any family around, that I was celebrating without my family and would have to be with friends and their families instead. And it reminded me of everything I didn't have. The loving home, the family, that time where everyone gets together. That was really hard, and I did a lot of the time feel quite lonely. So the reason I feel so inspired to give you some top tips to managing anxiety around Christmas time is because I know what it's like to not want it to be Christmas time, not enjoy Christmas, and to dread it. So my number one tip for you, is plan for rest. I used to be a really big people pleaser. I would say yes to everything, I would do everything, I would go anywhere, and I would leave myself no time to rest and relax. So when I used to get to Christmas, a lot of the time I felt really run down and really tired and drained. So plan for rest. During the Christmas period, during the whole month of December, have times in your calendar that is protected for you. Whether that's to have a bath, read a book, get a takeaway, watch a Christmas film, just have an early night, cuddle up under the sofa with your animals, with your loved ones, just relax. You have to plan for rest. If you don't protect that time, if you don't protect your own rest and that time for yourself, you will find yourself spending all of your time out of the house, always being busy, always rushing here, there and everywhere, and not actually being able to enjoy anything properly because you just feel like your energy is always spread too thin. Number 2, choose to do something you enjoy with someone you love. So often around the period of December, whoever organises something first is what everyone then goes to. Whoever arranges the biggest event is where everyone goes. So you have to take your initiative and a bit of control as well of your Christmas period and do something you enjoy with someone you love. Make a plan to do something with somebody that means something to you. Whether that's ice skating, going to the cinema, watching a Christmas film, putting up your decorations, listening to music, going dancing, anything, something that you enjoy with someone you love. That is really important, or you can find yourself getting to the new year feeling like you haven't done anything that you truly enjoy for yourself, and you've spent the majority of your Christmas focusing on what everyone else wants you to do, going where everyone else wants you to go, and not feeling like you've had any of your own time to do anything that you truly enjoy. And you can end up sometimes feeling, as well as being tired and drained and having no energy, quite resentful and actually regretful, and that's not something you want. When people say, how was your Christmas? You don't want to have that feeling of, I didn't do anything that I really enjoy and I didn't go where I really wanted to go. Take initiative and use your own power to create those plans and say, I want to do this. Do you want to come with me? That's really important. Ask someone you love and care about to do something that you truly enjoy and that makes you excited. Number 3, don't have so much pressure on Christmas Day. What I mean by this is, we can have, and I used to really enjoy December because I got to see all my friends and there was so many social events and I was always surrounded by love and energy, and Christmas Day I used to feel really nervous about because everyone would post about their families and post what they were up to, and I had amazing Christmases with one of my best friends' family, don't get me wrong, but at the same time it can be really difficult to feel like you're on your own. But as soon as I changed the impact of Christmas Day and how I saw Christmas Day and the pressure I put on Christmas Day, things changed. Remember, it's just another day. Christmas Day is just another day. It's just another day. And no matter whether you are religious, whether you are spiritual, whether you have an amazing family, whether you love and adore Christmas, it is just another 24-hour period of time that some of us need to actually remember that. You need to remember that Christmas isn't anything else than another day. So use that day as wisely as you can. And this leads me to number 4. Now that you can recognize that it's just another day, you need to do certain things to remind yourself of that. If you know that social media is going to make you feel really down and lonely, don't go on it on Christmas Day. Spend as much time doing things, active things, that distract you from wanting to see what everyone else is doing with their day. Going for a walk. You can always find time to go for walks and find that space. You can watch movies that are not related to Christmas. You can cook dinner that isn't Christmas dinner. You can choose how you spend this day in a way that makes you feel happier and calmer. That is so important. Tip number 4 is all about remembering that it's your choice how you spend Christmas Day, and it's your choice how you spend that period of time. And really, really ask yourself, what would make you feel happier? What would make this day feel better for you? How could you make this day do more for you rather than you doing so much? And that's really important. And number 5 is all about remembering that to someone you matter. And this is my most important tip, and even thinking about it makes me get emotional because I remember this as well. Although you might not have a family or loved ones or be surrounded by 20 people and going out for dinner and having the most amazing Christmas, someone in your life loves you and really does love you, and I love you. And I really want you to remember that. You matter to someone. And no matter where you find yourself at Christmas, please know that to someone in your life, you are special. And however anxiety tries to show up for you, whether it is feeling too busy, not having enough time, feeling tired and overwhelmed by all of these decisions, people pleasing, not going to this party and the fear of missing out, the actual day, feeling lonely, all of these things, I felt them all. Wherever you are, you have to remind yourself that you matter to someone and that someone does truly think that you are special. Even if it is just one person, you do matter to someone, and don't let the anxiety make you think any differently. And some other really quick wins that you can do to try and manage your anxiety during the Christmas period. 1 is be prepared. You have to be prepared for what's to come. Plan things, make sure you know what's coming, make sure you know who's inviting you where, when your Christmas party is, when your work do is, when your friends are all meeting. Plan ahead and make sure you're prepared. Make sure you know what's coming. You could do your Christmas shopping before we get to Christmas Eve so that you don't have to go out with all the hustle and bustle and all the crowds. You could do your Christmas shopping online. You can set yourself a budget. You can write a list for your Christmas shopping so that you know exactly what you're buying, where you're buying it from and what shop. You could even Google and find out when the closing times are for all of these shops so that you know when you can go to them and you can manage your time for those things. You can buy all of your food before you get to Christmas. You can pre-order it so that it arrives on a set date for you. You can make sure that you keep this time precious for you, and you can even forewarn your friends that on these dates you're not available before they start asking so that you don't feel like you're letting people down. I could honestly talk to you about so many things and so many tips around how to manage your anxiety over Christmas, but the biggest thing that helped me, the most important thing that helped me, is remembering that although all of the tips I've given you I still use them now. Although all of the tips, everything I've shared, it won't always be how it is now. And you have to allow yourself the opportunity for that to change. It won't always be how it is now, but you have to allow yourself the opportunity for things to be different. So I used to think to myself, how I feel now, how can I change this feeling for next year? And I can then spend 12 months planning, growing and learning so that I don't feel that same way next Christmas. And I genuinely am so lucky. I'm so lucky to be where I am now and absolutely love Christmas. And that is because of a few things. I have an amazing husband who I absolutely adore. But even that was a struggle. Our relationship for the first 18 months was really, really hard, and my anxiety was really, really difficult. I have an amazing family that I have married into that treat me like their own, and they love me and I love them, and they really are the most kind-hearted people. But those relationships at the beginning weren't there. You have to work at these things and grow these things and create these relationships. So what I'm trying to say to you is, even if you're looking at other people and thinking that their Christmas is amazing and that it's all working out and everything's great and dandy, and they have everyone around them that they love, just remember that we all have our own journey to get there, and everyone's version of happy is very, very different. And everyone's version of a happy Christmas is very, very different. You just have to find what is your version of your happy Christmas and create it, protect it, and cherish it. And from the bottom of my heart, I really do wish you a happy Christmas, doing things that make you happy with people that you love and that love you, and that you enjoy this process. And wherever you are, take note and use that to fuel you for the year ahead. How can you make next Christmas even more amazing? And always remember, there are so many things you can do to help manage that anxiety and reduce it around this holiday season. And use all of these tips and me and the sunshine moments and my Facebook group and my podcast to remind you that you are loved and you are special and you really do matter to me. Merry Christmas. Go and enjoy.